I'm back out in the country. Oh my goodness. I've been in the city for about 3 or 4 weeks. I can't remember. But I was getting tired of it. I needed some peace and quiet. Woo! All right. And so I came out here. Y'all have seen this place before. Lynn and I have come out here and camped a few nights. But man, it was a beautiful, gorgeous day yesterday, nice and cool. The wind was blowing. It was just a perfect day. So last night, at bedtime, or close to bedtime, 2 cars drove down in here, but I never seen them leave. So I'm gonna walk down here to the boat ramp just to see if they're still here. I suspect they came in just to go fishing. I didn't see any kayaks or anything on their vehicles. So I'm just gonna ease around here and see if they're still here. But I suspect they left. I just didn't see them leave. Yep, they're gone. Let's go check on our little turtle eggs that the last time we were here, we saw that they had some snapping turtles had laid some eggs. Let me turn it around so I can show you the nest. There's the nest right there. One of them. And then one of them here in this area. They don't look like they've been disturbed. I looked it up and it said they hatch in 90 to 120 days, so it hasn't been nowhere near time for them to hatch yet. Now that would have been cool if I'd have come back and seen them hatch, since I have seen their moms lay the eggs.
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. 'Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone, Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. I'll find my way back to you. I see a river floating its way out to the sea. I can remember carving our names onto that tree. And I just wanna see you, 'cause you will never know just how much I've been missing home. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone, Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you. I think that I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I think that I'm finding my way. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. been sinking like a stone. Carolina, take me home. Nothing's ever really broken, and I won't let you go, 'cause I'm finding my way right back.
I had to get something out of the back of the van, and I come around here and I kind of stopped quick because I saw over in these woods what looked like a tent. And I thought, oh, is there a homeless person set up in a tent over here? Do y'all see it? And so I walk in here, trying to get closer to see if I can see what it is. And it turned out to be pieces of an old automobile. But my first thought was, dang, that's a tent. All right, let's get out of here. I get lots of questions. One of the main questions I get is, how much does it cost to do van life? So I've been keeping up with it for the last several months. So let's go talk about it. How much it costs to live in your vehicle full-time on the road. So for the month of May and June, I have kept up with every penny I have spent. Now, the differences between May and June is May I was traveling back from out west to east, so I spent more gas money. June I was sitting and I spent more grocery money. But let's get into that. So for me, I'm debt free. That being said, I still have a cell phone bill, I still have van insurance, I still pay for no commercials on YouTube, so that's my entertainment, and I have health insurance. So that's about it for me on bills. So for the month of May and June, my bills were $355 a month. Now if that's all I spent, I'd have it made. For the month of May, I spent $47.52 eating out. In the month of June, I spent $35.64 eating out. Household. So that's paper towels, toilet paper, baggies, trash bags, the horse pellets that I use for my composting toilet, those kind of things. And in May, I spent $67.32 on that. In June, $44.41. Propane. In May, I spent $30 on propane. I rounded that up. It was $29 and something in May. Now, coming back from the west to the east, it was still chilly in the mornings. I was still using some propane to heat with. So that's where the big difference is going to come from when I only spent $9.87 in June. So I cook with propane and I heat with propane. So it costs more in the winter than it does in the summer. Car wash. In May, I spent $10 to wash the van. June, yeah, I hadn't spent anything to wash it. We've been down some muddy dirt roads and she needs a bath, but I haven't done it yet. Laundry. Laundry runs about $22 a month. I'll go twice. Cash withdrawal. I like to have a little cash in my pocket for things when I run into a store and just get one item and just pay cash for it. So in May, I got $40 in cash. June, I got $100 in cash. Mail. I have one of those postal mailboxes. You get the mail there, and you either pick it up or have it forwarded to where you're at. So in May, I spent $2.25 to have mail forwarded. In June, $4.06 to have mail forwarded. The next two items are my big ticket items. That's gas and groceries. In May, I spent $319.98 in gas. Now, remember, I'm traveling from the east to west. I'm getting gas every other day or so. In June, I spent $261.06. So it was a little cheaper in June. But still, again, I'm in the east, and they don't have 14-day BLM land out here. So I am having to move constantly. So it's not like being out west where you can stay 4 or 5 days and not have to move and go into town and restock and empty garbage and come back and stay another 4 or 5 days. It's not that way out here in the east. So I am still spending a bit of gas from having to move. Groceries. I spent $297.13 in May, $372.08 in June. So I've spent more this month in groceries, even though I spent less in gas. I got to get those two under control. So in May, I spent $1,091.20, and in June, I spent $1,204.12. That's a $112 difference. And they were both the big ticket items of gas and groceries. Now, the difference in June is I made $323.32 doing DoorDash. When I'm sitting still in an area, I'll sometimes do DoorDash. And so I made some income from that. Now, neither one of those months included an oil change and tire rotation. It wasn't time. So basically, I have the oil changed at every 5,000 miles. And then at 10,000 miles, I have the oil changed and tire and rotation done. So I save up for that, knowing that it's coming. I put it back. Now this month, July, so far, I have spent $734.70 because I had to have rear brakes. I knew that there was a problem on the way back from the west. I knew that something wasn't right. It wasn't feeling right. And it turned out to be the rear rotors needed to be replaced. It does have 128,000 miles on it, so yeah, it's about time. So I did the rear rotors and the brake pads. I had the front rotors turned and cleaned, tire rotation and balance, and that was $734. So after the hit and run, I had to go back and get the tires rotated and balanced again, and a front end alignment, because it knocked the alignment out. And now, driving it on this trip up here, there's a little bit of play in the steering wheel and a shimmy when I get on the brakes. So they had told me that it was possible that the tie rod ends may need to be replaced, and so I'm thinking that's what it is. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and just replace the front rotors too. They've been turned 2 times, I think. So I'm going to take it back next week and make sure that nothing's bent from the hit and run, and go ahead and replace the tie rods and the front rotors and just get it over with. So that's probably going to be another $1,000. It's very important that if you decide to do this life, that you have an emergency fund. And it's very important that general maintenance has to be done on the vehicle. And it's important to put back and save up for that. Because just like you have maintenance on a stick and brick, you have maintenance on a vehicle. So anyway, I gotta take a look at this budget. I gotta figure out how to not spend so much money on groceries. Writing this down for the last 2 months has opened my eyes to a few things. Writing it down has shown me in some areas where I can do better at. So I'm thriving to do better. You know, when I was growing up and we didn't have a whole lot of money, and my dad would come in and make this big pot of peas and beans and cornbread. And he'd say, we're going to have peas and beans tonight, and tomorrow night we're going to have beans and peas. So I may have to implement some beans and peas into my diet and get my grocery bill down. It wouldn't hurt to lay off some of the food. But anyway, that's a question that I have a lot. How much does it cost me to live out here on the road? The answer for me, in my situation, is anywhere from $1,000 to $1,200 a month. So if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll try my best to answer them. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you next week.